Your inner voice isn't something that you find, it is something that you start to notice. Welcome back to my Coming Home to You series. Today we're going to talk about how we can learn to listen to our inner voice. My name is Krista, and this video we're going to talk about how your intuition shows up in those little ordinary moments. It's not something that we need to kind of look for, it's something that we just need to become aware of. So as I mentioned, this is video 8 of the Coming Home to You series, and I'm just going to recap kind of what we've gone over so far, just to, if you're new to this series, you can kind of, I'll catch you up on this. So really what we've talked about is just first of all, disconnection, how we're disconnected, how this happens. This could be just our conditioning. Most of us, were not taught to recognize our inner voice or to listen to it. We may have been gaslighted or we were told it was not reliable and somebody else should know better. And so we're starting to kind of wake up to that conditioning as well too, and just start to see that we have been disconnected from our inner voice for a lot of us most of our life. And secondly, in the series, we've talked about just how we can have a little bit more trust, some self-trust, knowing that we can connect with our inner voice at any time. This has always been available to us. And when we make the decision to reconnect with it, we can decide today and that connection can come back. It's really as simple as that, just making the decision that yes, you are ready to have the self-trust and you're ready to connect with it again. And the third part is kind of giving ourselves some space to be able to reconnect with our inner voice. And this might take shape in the way of maybe having a little bit of spaciousness throughout our day. We don't have a jam-packed schedule. We have maybe moments in our day where we have a little bit of solitude, a little bit of silence. We just maybe spend some time on our own and just maybe, we have our distractions off. This is a way that we can connect back to our intuition. So that's what we've already covered in this series. And so now I kind of want to shift a little bit more about really how our intuition shows up in our day-to-day life. Because really, now that we're a little bit more open to it, we want to kind of understand how this is going to present itself, especially if this is something new for you as well too. So it's not some mystical, magical thing. It really is just kind of noticing and having that awareness as well too. So I find sometimes intuition is it's a really subtle nudge. It's go this way, or maybe turn this way, or maybe call somebody, or maybe go to the store, or a book comes and it can be it's very subtle. It's very quiet. It's very subtle. And it's just recognizing that you're getting this message. It's really that simple. And I'll share a little story. For me, a few years ago, there was a moment when I woke up in the morning and I had this very, 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 I guess it would say it was a very intuitive nudge to Google something in the morning. And there was this statement that came out, this term, and I was like, what? Like, this makes no sense at all. I had no idea what it meant. I'd kind of heard of it, made no sense, no reference. And so I listened to it. I kind of, got out my computer, I Googled it, and what I discovered was kind of this aha moment for me, something that I had not understood and something I was struggling with. And when it basically said, Google this, it was just like this, oh my goodness, thank you. Like it was really a moment that I will never forget. And I was really grateful for that. So it can be something like that, just like Google something and you're like, what? That makes no sense. So I want you to know it's a nudge. It's this way, that way, call this person, look at this. I don't know, it can be whatever it is, but it's very subtle. It's something that you might overlook if you don't kind of listen to it as well too. So it can be subtle. Also, intuition can show up in how we feel, our energy levels. Are you feeling kind of energized, live, a little bit more excited, a little bit more open, heart open? Or also, are you feeling a little bit constricted, a little bit fearful? All these different things are our intuition speaking to us, all right? So recognizing some of the moments, our feelings as well. Our intuition is expansive. It's not constrictive. So depends on some of the moments, emotions that you're feeling, you might start to recognize how you're feeling is whether your intuition is coming through or not. Okay, so being aware of our ego and our intuition and how they speak to us in different ways is another thing to consider as well too. So that's how it can speak to you. A very simple way is just, it kind of just feels right. Like you can't even explain it. It just feels like, you know what? Yeah, this feels right to me. This feels good. This feels right. And you don't have to explain it. You don't have to have this logical mind. It can just be as simple as this feels right. And that is how our intuition is speaking to us on a day-to-day basis as well too. Sometimes you don't have to act on it, but you kind of just are aware of the message coming through. It can be as simple as that too. There's no doubt about it. You just trust it. Another way intuition can show up for us is some of our body sensations, just how we kind of feel as well too. And I'm going to share kind of one, I think, pretty poignant download that came for me too. And one morning I had all these ideas about what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go. I kind of had a clear path, but I was a little overwhelmed. I was ruminating about where do I start? Like, what do I do first? I'm not even sure. I kind of have all this stuff going on, and I was writing in my journal. I kind of just said out loud, like, what do I do first? Like, where am I going? What's the first direction? And, I just kind of said it out loud and carried on my day. And later that morning, I went to a yoga class. And within about 20 minutes of being in this yoga class, it was kind of a slower yoga class. Like, it was like lights are off, candles on. It was kind of a slow yoga class. Within about 20 minutes of me being there, boom, this idea comes about this whole series. This was what kind of came through to me. And at the moment I was like, oh my goodness, yes, like that's the perfect thing to start with. This is what I want to do. And my logical brain had never thought of this, but this was my intuition, this download coming to me. Start with this series, this Coming Home to You series, talk about this. And as I'm doing my yoga, I'm like getting more excited about it, because I'm like, yes, like this is the perfect thing for me. This is the perfect next step for me to do. I am the person to do this. I totally resonate with this. You can tell I get excited talking about it. I knew it was meant for me. And even within that yoga class, I was having more ideas about it too. Like I could feel my body energized. It felt right. It felt truthful. It felt like the next step. So again, that's how it's gonna come. That's how it came in for me, and you may have a similar experience. I'm just trying to give you real life examples of how things came around for me too, and just if this is new to you. Also, like I said, you get excited about it. It feels open. It feels expansive. It feels right. It doesn't feel like constrictive and kind of fearful. Your intuition is guiding you towards different ways of being, bigger ways, and it feels way more expansive. All right, so those are ways that intuition has shown up for me in the last little while, and you're going to have your own ways too. But I want you again to know that intuition rarely shouts. It's not going to be loud. It really is not going to be loud. It's subtle. It's subtle. So that's why it's important to have moments of quiet and to be in a different space where you can actually hear it. Because if you're distracted all the time, if you're busy, going, and you just don't have the silence or the quiet to be able to hear it as well too. So that's why, again, it's subtle. It's not going to shout at you for you as well too. And so this is why we oftentimes miss our intuition, just because we might overthink all of the time. We might kind of think, well, that kind of sounds crazy. Like, that sounds nuts. I know years ago, like I had Aries coming in and I overthought it. I just thought, well, that kind of sounds nuts. That's not for me. And again, so we overthink this. So this is sometimes ways that we don't even recognize that our intuition is speaking to us. We overthink it. We ruminate. We just kind of go in old patterns that we've always done for years. We've never kind of stepped outside, looked back, and kind of questioned things as well too. Because for a lot of people, it's just a new concept. It's just a new way of being that we have not done before. We have not been taught to do this. We have not trusted ourselves to do this as well too. We often want certainty. We want to have that logical brain, the pros and the cons, and we want certainty. And really, certainty is our ego speaking to us. Our ego wants deadlines. It wants to know the exact path. It wants to know this is going to work out, where our intuition doesn't do that. Our intuition does not do that. It's like one little step, one little baby step at a time. And that is how it's guiding you. All right. So that's why we often miss it as well too. And do we kind of dismiss those little subtle signs like I talked about too? We kind of think, well, that can't mean anything. That just is kind of silly, but it's not. It's not. So I want you to remember that too. It's not silly. Those little nudges, those little guidance, those little baby steps, it's directing you towards something. Especially if you feel like kind of excited. The little nudges, those little whispers, they aren't random. They are leading you towards something. And sometimes this bigger picture that you just, in where you are now, you just can't see. So again, trusting these, but first of all, we have to recognize the symbols as well too. And, oftentimes we might miss it just because, like I said before, we're just too busy. We're too distracted. We're too overwhelmed. We're too close to it. We kind of think it's kind of crazy. It's kind of woo-woo. It's kind of nuts. It's not for us. So oftentimes we might miss our intuition speaking to us. All right. What else? So how are we going to start to listen to our intuition daily? I'm going to give you just a few examples of, things I talked about too, just to reinforce how we can listen to our intuition so we can receive these messages. Just having, just what feels right. Does this feel true to me? Does this feel something that comes in? Does this feel true to me? You'll know. No, that doesn't feel true. Yeah, this feels true. So that might be one way that we can start listening to it daily as well, to make simple little decisions in your day too. Oh, I'm going to wear this shirt, or I'm going to wear this shirt, or I'm going to have this or that. Like just simple little ways that we can kind of open ourselves up to that as well too. Again, our energy, how we're feeling, if we feel energized or do we feel constrained or restricted. That might be ways that we can start listening to our intuition. Again, very subtle. One big thing too, to give yourself time to listen to your intuition, is when somebody asks you to do something, just pause. Give yourself a moment to pause and then respond, okay? Instead of just doing our knee-jerk reaction that we typically always do, give yourself time to respond and let your intuition speak to you then, all right? That's a wonderful way, and something that happens often throughout our day is just, someone asks us a question, just give yourself a moment to pause. And just also another way at the end of the day, just kind of reflect on the end of your day. Notice those little subtle things, like whether you journal or whether you just, as you're getting into bed or thinking about it, just kind of retrace your day and notice those little ways your intuition was speaking to you. Become aware of that. And you'll start to kind of hear it more and then trust it more, and then you're gonna notice it more as well too. It's this kind of give and take. If you've blocked it out, it's gonna be harder for you to hear it. So again, being open to it and noticing at the end of the day, giving yourself, I noticed when my intuition was coming through here, which is really cool. So those are ways that you can start to listen to it daily as well. And I just wanted to kind of end this video just really to allow you that we're not going for perfection. We really aren't. This is a gradual, slow self-trust with yourself. It's awareness really over perfection. It's just simple awareness at this point. And just begin with that. I'd be so grateful if you could just start to be aware and not expect, this to happen overnight as well too. And our intuition is really, it's not one big moment. It's not just one thing that happens. It's a series of small little decisions, small little moments that compound over time as well too. Okay, that's how it's gonna show up in your life. All right, so this is how we can start to listen to that little inner voice that we all have that maybe has been disconnected from us for a variety of reasons. And we're just starting to open ourselves up to hear the messages, hear the nudges, hear what it's trying to tell you, because it's always been there. And I want you to kind of reconnect with that as well too. And it's just a wonderful thing to be able to guide you through the rest of your life as well too. So as I mentioned, so this is video 8 of the Coming Home to You series. If you haven't watched the other videos, maybe consider watching those from 1 to 7 already, and you can add this one to your series as well too. And I'm curious, I'd love to know, how are little ways that you have started to reconnect with your intuition? If you've kind of followed these steps, or if there's something that works for you, share it in the comments below. I'd love to know, and we can kind of support other women that are just reawakening to some of this information as well too. It's great to have other than mine, just ideas of how we can kind of reconnect and start to listen to that inner voice. If you like this series, or would like more videos relating to topics like this, I've got lots of new ideas coming through for me as well too. Please hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, give it a like, and please comment before and tell me your experience about hearing your inner whispers and what has worked for you. All right, so until I see you in the next video, have a lovely day. Take care. Bye-bye.